our audience and our presenter, Dora Parker.
We all probably do something illegal when we drive, whether we speed, change lanes in an intersection, or something as simple as changing lanes without signaling. Most of us are also lucky enough to not get caught. Well, one day I wasn't so lucky. I was leaving a friend's house one evening, and when I was about 3 or 4 blocks away from my house, I received a text message. Being a teenage girl, I'm confident in my driving and texting skills. I had done it hundreds of times before, so I felt like this was no different. Instead of waiting till I got home, I decided to read the text. Next thing I know, I see blue and red lights in my rearview mirror. I know right then and there I was caught. I pulled over and waited for the officer to come up to my window. When she came up, she asked me if I knew what I had done wrong, and I said yes, I was texting. She goes, "I saw the bright screen of your phone because it's so dark out." I tried to tell her I wasn't actually texting, I was just reading it, but she said she had to give me a ticket. Although I was bitter and mad, I accepted the ticket from the officer and went home. Of course, the right thing to do, I told my mom. She was disappointed, yet like any other mother, saw this as a chance to teach me a lesson. My mom always worried about me. As a teenager, I was unexperienced and the most likely to get a ticket or even get in an accident. She told me this was a good thing, and at the time, it made me even more mad. About a month after I had gotten pulled over, I received the ticket in the mail. I was shocked when I opened it and saw it was $361. I decided I should go to court to fight it. That day, as I sat in court waiting for my turn, I listened to other people make silly excuses for their mistakes. For example, one man said he ran a red light because it was raining. Another man, who got a ticket for talking on the phone, said that he wasn't talking to anyone, he was recording himself speak. Listening to these silly excuses made me realize, just like them, I was in the wrong. I walked up to the podium when it was my turn, and my officer gave a long speech documenting everything I had done and said. At this point, I knew I was done for. When it came turn for my defense, I said, "Judge, I was reading the text, not actually texting." She explained to me that no matter what I was using my phone for, it was still dangerous. Distractions are a huge cause of accidents. So she found me guilty, but decided as a working student she could lower my fine. Later on, after I had paid the ticket, I realized it was probably a good thing I got pulled over. I could use this as a learning experience. It taught me that bad things do happen to good people, sometimes for a good reason. It taught me to be more careful when I drive, because instead of getting a ticket, I could have gotten into an accident, or even worse, I could have died. I learned we aren't all invincible. Things can happen and will. I have learned that responding to a text can wait, especially when driving. I should be focusing on my driving, not only for my sake, yet for the sake of other people on the road. Driving is a privilege that I used to take for granted. I now know that being able to drive anywhere I need to go is a privilege that should be respected and valued. I might not always have such a privilege. How long was it?
3:48.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, it was a lot better, so.
I'll take